Welcome back to the Rocker Roots YouTube channel. Who would have thought, eh? So, it's been a little bit of a hiatus, just several little things. My laptop was sort of a bit of an issue, and if I'm honest, just a bit too busy for it. So, I've made some time to start doing the YouTube again. Look at this. First thing I wanted to do is welcome you to 2024. Maybe a little bit later than what we're, the whole New Year's Day thing is a little while back, but either way, I haven't posted, so here we go. I just wanted to make a little video about the changes that we've made, little adjustments here and there. Obviously everything's still tarped up mostly, and it's getting rained on quite a lot. It's actually a beautiful day today, and it's coming to sort of the end of January, which means spring's fast approaching. But I just want to take this opportunity to just show you around, see the differences and changes we've made over winter and summer and yada yada yada. What we'll do is we'll just go wander up to the top and we'll start from up there. Fantastic. Oh, what a beauty. Look at that sun. Oh, dreams. So we are starting up here at the Rock and Roots hut, kind of the heart of Rock and Roots. Not much changed actually internally. I would basically just wanted to show you what it looks like now. It's a little bit different, but not much difference. So I'll just go take you for a little walk around. So in the hut we have the log burner, as you can see, and then we have a couple of new benches as well. So we never actually had any benches in here officially. It was sort of just chairs and stuff, but we managed to get them built over summer. Summer's sort of our timber building season as such. But yeah, let's go take you outside and have a look around here. So you may notice that we have a water tower. That was, if I'm honest, I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. It took us this long to be able to decide to work out that gravity's a thing and water travels downhill quite a lot. So we just built a massive water tower on top of our rolling. As you will see, we've sort of connected it all up with our water butt systems. We've got 4 or 5 water butts that are connected up. And then we sort of manually, at the minute, have to manually transport the water up to the top of the rolling to allow us to water the features, basically. This water tower sort of services the top 3, which again are pretty much unchanged from last year. And then we've got a second water tower, which you're going to be seeing now, that is services the main sort of quarantine trail that we've been building for about 4 years now. So yeah, I'll just show you it working. So the trick trench is looking a bit sad for itself. We did sort of start having a look at all this. Well, it was actually working pretty sweet. We probably need to make the rolling a little bit longer just so we can get a bit more of a crank in. But over winter has taken its toll on it, and it's sort of made this all slip off. And the edges of this, I mean, it's not a huge fix, just a bit more mud chucking on it. So this one is, on our repair list basically, but it's all good. It's all good. That's the only sort of changes up here. We sort of made this berm a bit bigger, and yeah, the landing went a little bit taller as well last year, and we banked these sides in as well, which is growing in lovely. Look at that green moss coming through. So yeah, hopefully by next year this is completely covered in bracken and greenness, and it will just look like a trench for tricks. So as we carry on down the hill, nothing has changed on the first, nothing has changed on the second. Beautiful bits of jumps. So that's pretty much all of that. We're just coming up to sort of where the second water butt tower is. We are planning to sort of run hard lines down and have different points to access the water. But at the minute, we've just got one ridiculously long hose. The hip, if anyone remembers this. So that one is well overdue, a little refurb basically. We're just sort of waiting, that sort of last job on our list this year. But it needs to be done. It's probably left for 3 or 4 years now. Landing's definitely shrunk a little bit, as you may be able to see here. And we're just planning to stack that up a little bit. Maybe add a wooden frame around the back of the lip. Just because we seem to get quite a bit of damage alongside there because we have a footpath that runs up through the middle. It just gets trampled on and stepped on. So something solid there that won't move and won't mess up, just makes it all a bit easier. The next thing we're walking up to is the water butt tower. This is the one that services, as I mentioned earlier, this services the main trail, which has been an absolute godsend this year. Again, can't believe it's taken us 5 years to work out gravity exists. But yeah, been a life-changing thing for us. So let's head further down the trail and I'll show you what's about. So a bit of a lame one this year, but we worked really hard on sort of making some direct paths from features. As you can see, we've laid a couple rocks around just to direct people if they, you know, don't hit a feature or whatever. There's a way out next to it rather than a free-for-all up the hill and basically stamping and trampling on loads of lovely green moss and stuff. So we're hopefully going to be able to reclaim some of that back from, you know, a few years of building basically. With this is our step up after the big berm. We actually did quite a lot of work to this last winter and coming into this winter. So this gap used to be a lot smaller, sort of right here. Obviously we pushed that up, we made the gap a lot bigger, so you now come into that with maximum speed, and then you can pop. The landing was a little bit smaller at the end of last year, which we then stacked up a bit more, and it has decided to collapse. So we've got a huge pile of mud waiting under the top, just to sort of rebuild it all. And I'll show you a little bit of the damage that's the old winter has done to us in a second. With this, we dropped the bomb hole even more, which then made this berm ridiculously tall for how short it is. No word of a lie, this is like belly button height, so it's absolutely ridiculous. We made, this must have been a year or so ago, we decided to turn, there were 2 berms here and we decided to turn it into a step down, which worked way better, and we just modified it to be lip a little bit better. This is a little bit flatter going in now rather than having a few roots and stuff there. Made the landing taller on it and dropped the bomb hole as well on this one. As you may be able to see, it's actually a really fun jump now. This then takes us to the flump, which is still in a bit of a testing phase. Didn't sort of work 100%, it was quite soft when we did ride it. I might be able to chuck in a few clips here. But yeah, the shark down lip, that is at maximum height now. We're not going any taller on that. And it's just now sorting this feature out to nicely roll into the next one basically. And then as we move on down here, this is where the main load of work's been going on. Found this sick skull as well. Look at this. It's like horns and everything, mad. Yeah, this is where the main load of work has been going on. So, the Big Dipper is what we like to call this one. And this landing has been stacked up again, especially on this far left side. And we've got a bit more of a dip. It's a lot steeper and it goes down a lot deeper now. We've dropped about 2-3 foot out the bottom of the hole. Which then has meant that this jump is looking actually rather ridiculous now. That's obviously what we've taken out is down here. As you can see, it's still quite wet and still quite fresh, but we're sort of just letting the weather get to this one at the minute. Still yet to dig out all the face of the lip. We're going to push it back a little bit, make it a bit steeper, just so you get maximum air time on this one. And then, yeah, look how ridiculous this is. I mean, I know the perspective is not great on this. Let's just quickly swing this round. I mean, you can tell this is a big hole. So yeah, that's the main thing about this one. Yeah, we're just dropping this down. Had to dig another trench to get the water out of here. Yeah, pretty much this is where most of the mud for this winter's projects are coming. We still got to drop that landing down as well. 2 foot, same as this. And then once we've done that, we're sort of, hopefully, the line will be 100% perfect other than that flump to this point, which has been a very big milestone for ourselves because in reality, we have been working on these 2 jumps for about 2.5 years now. So to actually put a full stop to it would be fantastic. Now, as we walk around here, this is grown in lovely, by the way. We've got the moss all coming through. And this is sort of our rock wall tree protector thing that we're sort of now doing on most features. So as we get to the other side of the Big Dipper, you'll notice that there is some piles of new mud. We've got to obviously drop this down 2 foot. We have to drop the bomb hole down to match as well. And then we've got new section of trail. Like I said, we've been building the previous jump for nearly 2 years, 2.5 years. So this is the first bit of trail that we put in quite a while. It took me a minute to get used to it, to be honest. It was a bit weird not having to reshape a lip again. So we've got a little pump, small flattish 180, well, 90 degree berm. Then we've got another pump, and Rock and Roots regulars will know this used to be a lone track through here. And we just, yeah, it was always a sick turn, and we were like, well, why not make it a golden turn? So yeah, this is all sort of the bones are in of this. Still a bit of digging and patting and shaping to do. And then this is where our new jump is going, along here. As you can see, the hoses are coming in, very helpful. We're going to build a transfer. So the lip is going to face that tree there, and the landing is going to be facing that way there. So you have to pop this lip and transfer to the right. And we're planning to sort of go into a big right hip after that, but don't think we're going to get to that this year. We've got quite a bit to do still. This landing's still got about 3 or 4 foot to come up. But yeah, this is basically it, to be honest. We've not really got a huge amount else going on. But yeah, it's quite a big job, especially as some of you may know, we're a man down. So yeah, it's gone back to little old me, pretty much digging on my own most weekends. Shout out to people that do come down and help, TJ, Ross, Sean, etc, etc, you know who you are. But yeah, it is getting there. I mean, look at that beast. And then the trail is above us here. Oh, what a dream. What an absolute dream. So that is pretty much it for the first video of 2024. I just want to make a little brief one, touch up on a few things that we've done, as you've probably already guessed. Sunlight is dwindling, so I've got to be doing some building, as you can imagine, which I will start time lapsing again. So yeah, I'm basically going to crack on. See you on the next one. Peace. Yeah, Quinn.